But I know that when I get on stage, I can exercise my right. And it is my right to speak for as long as I feel it is important to talk to my people. By order of protocol, I'd like to recognize and appreciate the Cultural Counselor of the Chinese Embassy and Director of Chinese Cultural Center, Mr. Li Zuda, if I'm correct, the Director of International Cultural Relations, Federal Ministry of Arts, Culture, and Creative Economy, ably represented, Madam Blessing, salute you. Professor Sherif Gali Ibrahim, a man who, right from his brain, he was dishing out ideas about everywhere in Africa, even Asia, even, in fact, you educated me, I must tell you the truth. Thank you very much. Mr. Mohamed Sulaiman, the great teacher of the belt, what's the name of that place? BRI, am I correct? Very good. If I decide to read my speech, it may take a long time, but I'll try. But I really would wish that we should discuss, because at this point in time in this country, everybody knows the kind of challenge we are in now, and I am of the opinion that our problem in this country today is greatly as a result of the fact that we have neglected our culture considerably. And I tell you what I mean. Every problem that has shown up here in this country today, from kidnapping to corruption to what's the other one, Boko Haram and everything, is as a result of the fact that we have neglected considerably our cultural value. Everyone in this hall, particularly everybody within the ages of 50 and 60, will know definitely what Nigeria was like in those days. You could put your car from Lagos to Maiduguri and travel 2 days. Even if your car breaks down on the road, in the bush, in the forest, you stay there till the next morning, you move on, and nothing happens to you. Just like the gentleman who says he took a train from Kano to Port Harcourt. He didn't have a family in Port Harcourt. He just decided to see what it was like. That was Nigeria. That is what Nigeria was created to be. Everything you see today that is putting everybody on the run is not the Nigeria of our dream. It's some incursion we cannot explain. But I make bold to tell you that that is happening because we have relegated our cultural value to the background. And unless we rearrest that cultural value, unless we are able to get it back, 20 years down the line, we may be worse than what we are. May God forbid. I am deeply honored to stand before you today at this significant seminar focused on promoting culture and tourism within the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI framework. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the embassy, just like I still, repeat the protocol I wish to further express my sincere appreciation for inviting me impromptu. I had a 5-minute discussion with the councillor, and he says, no, you must give a keynote address tomorrow or next tomorrow, and I said, and I accepted. For that reason, I had to abort my trip to Lagos because I needed to honor the Chinese initiative, and I'm very proud to be here. I am as the Executive Secretary of the National Institute for Cultural Orientation, NICO. I am particularly excited about the opportunities that the Belt and Road Initiative presents for culture and tourism exchange between Nigeria and China. Nigeria and China have quite a lot in common, and we have a lot to benefit from each other. As a matter of fact, at this point in time, Nigeria has quite a lot to benefit from China. And I hope China will not be too shy to offer Nigeria the help Nigeria deserves. Mr. Zuda, look at my face and tell me that China will not be shy to offer Nigeria the kind of great help we require from your country. Thank you very much. Culture and tourism are two powerful tools to bridge gaps, foster mutual understanding, and create lasting bonds between peoples and nations. Culture, as a global phenomenon, has the most significant element that engenders development, modernization. It furnishes a people with the appropriate moral values and the right attitude for comprehending their history and environment. A man that is lost about his environment only needs to appreciate his culture to regain his sanity. No doubt about it. And I can tell you, my country people, a man without a cultural identity is a dead man. And a man without a cultural identity or a nation without a cultural identity cannot have a national identity. So if our nation is in search of national identity, we have to start to search. Our cultural identity is the most important, and we need to start now and not later. Culture and tourism are too powerful. Okay, I've done that. Cultural policy of Nigeria's cultural policy of 1988 defines culture. And I am very particularly interested in this definition of culture. He said the totality of the way of life evolved by people in their attempt to meet the challenges of living in their environment, which gives